Yeah. Let's look at the Encyclopedia of Everyday Law. Answers to your most frequently asked legal questions. Yes. Now, I know there's this legal question of can you send dissolution of marriage or notice of court hearings to general delivery to any post office of the United States? And when I think it's 7 years, 6 months, and 2 days or 5 days that my sons have been held hostage, seems like there's some reluctance on the part of law enforcement to actually enforce my rights and theirs. Yes. Now, has a lot in here about workplace rights. Yeah. Landlords and tenants. Yes. Rent and security deposits. Right. Small businesses. Trademarks. Copyrights, patents. Yeah. Credit cards, dealing with the IRS, debt collection, cars and driving. Yeah. Spouses and partners. And then parents and children. Now, this child support that I'm still paying. Yeah. Is there some reason well, let's call them. Yeah. Courts and mediation. Yeah. Criminal law and procedure. Pooh. That would be, oh, let's see. If you are questioned by the police, if a police officer wants to stop and question you, whether or not you must comply on the circumstances and the reason the officer has for questioning you, this section explores some of the common questions people have about their rights and responsibilities when approached by a law enforcement officer. Yeah. Now, if an officer wants to stop me while I'm walking on the street and I know I've done nothing wrong, should I comply? A police officer, yeah, may interfere with your freedom of movement only if he has observed unusual activity suggesting that criminal activity is afoot and that you are involved. Now, I did have this experience back in 2013 where I was walking along, yeah, and somebody had reported that I was talking to myself. You know, I know you don't talk to yourself, but let's say you're out for a walk and it was approximately 7 p.m. and I was staying at the Serenity House. And I was walking over there by the Fairchild airport. Yeah. And I was just having a conversation with myself. Now, for you in law enforcement, you would never admit to having any self talk because that would seem wrong. You never listen to any voice in your own mind and you never speak to yourselves because that would seem crazy. Yes. Well, Easy Way, Hard Way showed up and he wanted to question me about why I was walking. And I'm like, well, I don't think you really can. I'm walking on the sidewalk. It was light outside. Yes, it was the middle of summer. Yes. He said, well, we can do this the easy way or the hard way. Oh. And I said, well, what's the hard way? Now, a lot of times when law enforcement uses the easy way or the hard way, it would seem that I would choose the hard way because I don't think you can question somebody walking along the sidewalk in broad daylight that was speaking to themselves. Oh. Now another officer showed up. Yes. I turned around and I did shake his hand. Officer Johnson probably remembers that. But it seemed to me that Homeland Security had a certain amount of influence in the actual decision making. Could you call Homeland Security for me? All those bald headed ooch. Now listen, walls don't work. Do you understand? Now, for all of those in Customs and Border Patrol, I like to know their actual identity. I like to know their personal internet use. Yes, I'd like to know where you get your 3G. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Now, I know the president had a big meeting about this $5.6 billion, but I think you all shave your head because I think there should be hair on the top of your head. So, could you get me the vaginas of Homeland Security and all the vaginas of those that are married? Yes, that thought they should pay their wives for sex. Ooch! Because it looks to me, yes, like it's, well, what did I not see? A bunch of bald headed right now. Oh, oh, did I touch a nerve?